Hi, Sarah. So today I'm going to address a question that I often get from my female athletes. Will taking protein after workouts make me big? Now, when I say big, I'm referring specifically to gaining weight, looking like a big bodybuilder, or putting on massive amounts of muscle. So they ask this question not knowing what protein really does and how it affects the body. So that's kind of the topic that I'm going to be discussing this evening. As athletes, it's important for them to remember that our bodies require more fuel. As Kursick and colleagues suggested in 2006, athletes require a higher dietary protein intake to meet metabolic adaptations. And these adaptations stem from our aerobic exercise or our resistive exercise training that we do or that athletes do on a daily basis. And so it's a breakdown of muscle that requires more fuel and, as Kursick and colleagues suggested, more protein. Because athletes need a higher dietary intake of protein, there have been many studies done on the effects of protein when it's taken after workout, particularly in the female athlete. These studies have shown that a protein that is derived from milk actually increases lean body mass, decreases fat mass, and improves overall strength. So then the question would be, what type of protein, if it's a milk derivative, is best? Well, there are two different types that are most common, casein and a whey. The only difference is their bioavailability and absorption time of the body. So a whey protein is water soluble, meaning our bodies absorb it faster and it's able to be utilized, while the casein is a non-water soluble protein, which is harder for our bodies to digest and makes it more difficult or a slow digesting protein. So then the question would be, which protein is most beneficial to take, a whey or a casein? Well, that is where Wilburn and colleagues in 2013 conducted a study on 16 NCAA female basketball players. This study measured body composition, power, and strength over 8 weeks. Over a period of 8 weeks, and these athletes ingested either a whey or a protein 30 minutes prior to the workout and then immediately after the workout. Each athlete was put on a periodization training program that consisted of 4 workouts a week, lasting between about 30 to 40 minutes, and they were divided up into 2 upper and 2 lower body workouts. At the end of the 8 weeks, both of these groups showed improvement in all areas with no significant differences between the groups. In other words, both sources of protein were found to be beneficial on body composition, power, and strength. Specifically, the body composition of these athletes decreased in fat mass and increased in lean muscle mass. This is significant because most athletes think that by taking protein, they will get big. However, as the results of Wilburn and colleagues have demonstrated, these athletes actually leaned out by increasing their protein intake. Mind you, these were all female athletes. There have been additional studies done on the effects of protein after a workout. In 2012, Stark and colleagues documented a study that compared a milk protein, a soy protein, and a carbohydrate drink. This study took place over a period of 12 weeks where participants trained 5 days a week. Participants were divided into 3 groups: milk, soy, and carbohydrate. These drinks were given after each training session in amounts of 500 milliliters. At the end of the 12 weeks, results indicated that these groups who consumed a milk protein had a significantly decreased body fat percentage and increased lean body mass. In addition, in 2010, Joss and colleagues studied the effects of fat-free milk consumption on body composition in 20 young, healthy female women. These women were randomly assigned to either a milk group or a control group. Subjects of each group completed the same training regimen for 12 weeks, 5 days a week. At the end of each training session, these participants were asked to consume either 500 milliliters of fat-free milk or the control drink. And then results at the end of this 12-week study indicated that the milk group had a significant decrease in body fat when compared to the control group. The milk group also had greater strength gains, while lean body mass increased in both groups. So both of these studies have given us information that increasing the protein intake after a workout actually leads to a decrease in body mass. So decrease in fat mass and then an increase in lean muscle mass. With these decreases in fat mass and increases in lean muscle mass due to protein ingestion after workout, the question would be, how much protein should I take after a workout? Well, the recommended daily amount of protein intake for an average adult is 0.8 grams per kilogram of body weight. Now, as Joy and colleagues suggested in 2013, the average protein intake for an athlete should range between 1.2 grams to 2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight. So then if you were to take me, a 120-pound female, divide that into kilograms, that's about 54 kilograms, and then multiply that by 1.2, so 54 kilograms multiplied by 1.2 grams is about 65 grams of protein that I would need per day. Now, if I were to ingest a protein shake about 20 grams after a workout, that would be, I'd only need 40 left. Well, hopefully I'd be getting the rest of my 40 grams of protein from my dietary intake, which would be, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, whether that's chicken or eggs or, a glass of milk. But hopefully that I'd be getting the amount of protein. So 65 grams seems like a lot, but in reality, it's not that much. And if I'm wanting to increase my lean muscle mass and decrease my fat mass, then as the studies have shown and proven, that increasing protein after a workout will help me be able to do that. So then we go back to the question, will taking protein make me big? I hope this evidence has shown through the different studies that have been mentioned that ingesting protein after a workout as a female athlete will actually help the athlete to lean out. So that means lean out as in decreasing your fat mass, increasing your lean body mass, and in certain cases, increasing your strength and your power. As an athletic trainer, a certified athletic trainer, I feel this is within my scope of practice to recommend dietary protein intake, especially with supporting evidence in peer-reviewed journal articles and education brought to you through A.T. Still University. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope that you have yourself a wonderful holiday.